Hello, hello. Welcome to day 12 of 365 Days Live with New. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope your weekend is ending well. I am here in my closet as of right now. It is another late live for me, which is fine. So if you are joining me live, say hello in the comments. If you are catching me on the replay, let me know in the comments as well. Say hi. I would love to hear from you. Just comment and I should be notified. I'm not quite sure how this works yet, as this is only day 12, but if you comment, I'm sure I will be notified and I will come back and say hello to you as well. But if this is your first time, welcome. My name is New Vang and I am doing a live every single day for all of 2025 as part of my devotion to my business, my devotion to myself, my business, you as my potential client / audience, and then to the rest of the world as well, as I share stories, experiences, little things that I find are helpful in life for me. I share them here. I share lessons. I teach human design, things that I learn through life coaching and all the good stuff. And really, I just want this year to be a year where I build community, where I share my life with you, where I really take you behind the scenes of what it really means and what it looks like to build your own business. I'm a life coach, and it's hard to build a business and be on your own and not know what it's like and not know who to turn to or who to talk to. So I really wanted to do this live series so you get to know me every day, right? Every day of my life, the ups, the downs, the highs, and the lows, okay? So that is a little bit context of the lives. I know if you have not watched the first live, day 1, that will explain a lot more in depth in terms of this live challenge. But if you're here today, welcome. And today is going to be about what is simple but very difficult to do, okay? But before I share that, I wanted to, share with you what I did for the day, because again, like I said earlier, I want to, share my life with the people who resonate with me and the way I teach and the message I have to share. And so today, I went with my fiance to visit his parents. So we did that. We got his oil changed over there, and I just got a lot of time to spend with his mom. If you didn't know, we lived with his parents for the past almost 4 years. So we have a really close connection with them, close relationship with them. And so when went back today, and I spent a good amount of time with his mom, showing his mom pictures of my family. And then we had lunch together. We walked around the lake. And then we also visited the neighbors that we used to house sit for. And that was super fun as well. We got to catch up, and it's just so nice. It was so nice, so nourishing, and it was like I was just plugged out of business, off of work, and I was just fully present. And I love that. I love being able to be present in those moments where it really matters. Like you can work very hard, you can do the best you can do at work, but when you go home to your loved ones, or when you're spending time with the people that matter in your life, it's really important to be able to sit down and be with them and be present and listen and just be genuinely there, not just physically, right? So I'm really grateful that I'm able to do that and not be in my head, not worry about what's going to come tomorrow. And so I really want to I really want to highlight that, the importance and the value of that. So after we visited the neighbors, then we came back home, had dinner, went out to the grocery store and quickly grabbed the milk that we needed. And then we got back and showered, and here I am. So it has been a full day. And I really love having full days, but I also really love having days where I didn't really do much, right? It's the duality of things, as I have been saying these past few weeks, months and weeks. I've definitely not been speaking too much about it until recently, as I started learning and started realizing this stuff and putting words to it more recently. But it's important to realize and to embrace the duality of life. And so, yeah, I just want to say, even though I had a full day today and I loved it, it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate the simple and boring days sometimes. We need that sometimes. So anyway, now that I've caught you up, and I've also, hi Elaine, oh my god, welcome to my live. It's so nice seeing you here. I just got finished sharing about my day, so now I'm gonna go into what I wanted to share, which is what is simple but very difficult to do. Okay, so this may sound, so I was thinking, I usually think and contemplate about what I want to share on my lives, because I realized today that, hey, I can't just be like teaching things that I've been learning, or, I don't want these lives to be just me teaching things that I've learned. Sure, there will be times like that, but I want it to be like, bring it back to the intention of me starting this, because I wanted to share the moments in life that I was very present for, the moments, things that happen in my life that help me remember or trigger things that are valuable to me, and little nuggets that I want to share with you. So for me today, what was important for me that I want to share with you is what is simple but difficult to do is listening. And you might have heard this before. Maybe this is the first time, or maybe you're like, duh, like listening. But I want to share that because today I felt like I did a lot of listening today, and I've grown in my ability to really listen to people and listen with a different intention. So when I went through coaching school to get my coaching certification, that was when I realized how bad of a listener I was. Because literally, like, and I'm sure you can probably identify with this as well, but I used to listen with the intention to respond, right? Like, I was always so eager to like listen and then respond to what they're saying. Like, I was so eager to answer their question, or to maybe offer something of value as soon as I can, as soon as they're done talking, or not even wait for them to finish talking, right? So, and just to hold space, holding space. We learned a lot about holding space in coach school. And holding space, if you've never heard of this term before, it's just the ability to be fully, genuinely present with the person in front of you who is sharing their heart out to you, right? And you're just there really being present. And I think that's like very simply what it is. But again, it's simple, but it's not easy to do, because our brain can go into this, like, at least my brain goes into this problem solving mode, right? And my human design definitely has a big role to this, in terms of like, my motivation is, to help people solve their problems. And so it's part of my design as well. But aside from that, humans, right, we we want to be able to help. So when someone's speaking to you, you may subconsciously be listening with the intention to respond instead of listening with the intention to understand, with the intention to be just compassionate, with the intention to be present with them in their experience, whatever they're going through, right? Because sometimes people who are talking to you, who are sharing with you, they might not be coming to you for a solution. They may just need someone to actually just listen to them. And so I found that I wanted to share that today, because I feel like ever since I went through my certification, I've been able to really put aside my own agenda of what I wanted to do with the person that is sharing with me, and just be there for them and just listen and be present and really be intentional about, in a way, serving the person who's in front of me. And so that is kind of what the main thing I wanted to share was that listening is simple, but hard, but difficult to do, to really actually put into practice, like real genuine listening. And I know I've heard before where people say, hey, listening and hearing are two different things, right? And if you think about it, yeah, like you can listen to someone, but do you really hear them, right? So I think that when you genuinely listen to someone, you are able to really hear, right? You hear because, quote unquote, you hear because you actually understand them. And so I found that to be the case today, because I was listening a lot to my fiance's mom, and then I was also listening a lot to my neighbors, and I was just really present with them when they're sharing with me. And I was just, I know that it brings a lot of joy to me, but I can also sense and feel that, like, my old neighbor was just so, just happy and excited to share, because she could tell that I was genuinely interested and present with her in the conversation. And I just feel like that is what we are missing a lot today in today's world, because our attention span and us always being bombarded by notifications, by our phones, by so many different things, right? And sometimes we miss the most important things, which are the people who are right in front of us, who is opening up. And so opening up to you and wanting to connect with you. And so this skill, it is definitely a skill, because you have to practice it. The skill of listening to people around you is just so important, because people really just want to be heard. And the way to build meaningful and powerful, strong connections is to listen with the intention to understand, with the intention to be present for them. And obviously it's going to be a different situation if the person is coming to you and say, hey, like, I have a problem, like, I'm going to tell you this, and can you give me some solutions, right? Because then in that situation, you still need to listen with the intention to understand first, but then you can offer your solutions afterwards. So I know some of you may feel like this is like common sense, but I love what Brendon Burchard, I think that's how you say his last name, I love what he says. He's like, common sense is not always common practice, right? So even though it's common sense, like, are you practicing this? Are you being present with the people around you when people are speaking to you and talking to you and sharing with you? And I feel like if we all can have this common practice, then we can feel more connected to each other. And I say this from like my own personal experience, because I've talked with people before where I know they're not listening to me, or like they're just there physically, and we're all energetic beings. We can sense when something is off. We can sense when someone is not on the same frequency as us, right? Let me know if you've ever had that experience before, where you're talking and you just know, you can just feel that they're not interested, they're not listening, they're not paying attention, and you energetically also like shy away from the conversation. You really, like for me, I've done it before where I just, and sometimes when I stop, it's because I'm breathing, because I'm trying to practice breathing when I do these lives without making it really obvious that I'm breathing. So anyway, yeah, so whenever I notice that people are tuned out or like not on the same frequency, I also kind of like shy away and I stop my conversation, and for me, I'm pretty picky. I'm really picky about where I expend my energy. So I value people who actually are able to listen and genuinely care about what I have to say. And so when I can sense that from the other person as well, then the conversation flows and I feel connected to that person. But when it's just a matter of formalities, then I don't. So I just felt like today I had really good conversations with my partner's family, and then my neighbors, as well as I'm working on this. I think it's funny because it's hard. It's easy and hard at the same time with my partner, because sometimes when you're with your partner, you're talking and you want to be heard too, but they also want to be heard and they also want to be understood. And so I'm always practicing. I'm always, practicing with him. I'm practicing listening just to understand him instead of listening so that I can tell him how I feel instead, right? So you can take this practice. If you are with a partner, you can really take this. Like, I feel like this is so important in relationships, in your romantic relationship, because it's like on a whole different level when it's with your friends or maybe with family, but then it's also very different when it's with your romantic partner. So at least for me, I find that it's very difficult for me to listen with the intent to understand when I'm triggered and I want to be heard too. So it's also a little bit more difficult of a situation to navigate, but I'm kind of like, just giving different examples of different situations where listening, the simple act of listening, genuine listening, can make such a difference. And so, yeah, I wanted to share that and share how, today I felt like I did a pretty good job, even with my partner today. And every weekend, my fiance and I, we do weekly check-ins on our relationship. And where I tell him what's going well and like how our relationship is in my perspective, and he also shares the same. And I just think it's a beautiful practice. So I felt like we did that today, and then I had conversations with his parents as well as our neighbor. And so I just felt like today was such a huge theme of listening and just connecting, and how listening is really the pathway to connection. And so I just thought it was really beautiful, and I wanted to share here with you. And I would love to hear from you as well. How well of a listener do you think you are? A genuine listener. When you're listening to people, like, what's going on in your mind? Are you thinking of a solution for them because you care about them? Are you really listening just to listen and be present with them? Are you listening to like half-heartedly, right? So it's more of becoming aware of how you are being when you're around certain people. So that is what I have for you today. So if you are watching and you're made it to the end, thank you. And I hope you have enjoyed today's live. Let me know in the comments what resonated for you. Like, how do you feel? And I think I already said this, what kind of listener do you feel like you are? Where can you improve in your listening, right? Because at the end of the day, we are humans, and social connections to people, humans, not just via email or social media, is so crucial to our well-being, our emotional, social well-being. So yeah, today's topic, let me know how you feel, and I hope you are having a great day, and let me know in the comments if you are catching the replay, and if you are live, thank you for watching. And again, I go live every day, so if you're not catching me live today, no worries. Tomorrow is another day and another topic. Whatever comes up in my life tomorrow, I will share. And yeah, so I'm excited. Like every day it's a different day, a different situation, and it's like a new beginning. So like I was sharing yesterday, it's a new beginning. Every day is a new beginning. And so yeah, that is it for today. I'm going to go back out into the living room and see what Robert is doing. But if you are watching live, I hope you have a great rest of your night. Hi, Elaine. If you're still here, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, Elaine. And for everybody else, I will see you tomorrow in the next video or wherever I see you next. All right.